Hey, what is up everybody, Bladecifer here, and today I have for you guys another video of Black Clover Mobile. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be actually talking about the two new units that are going to be dropping in 2 days, and that is going to be the Golden Dawn Yuno SSR, and that is also going to be Langris. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The support on yesterday's video was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to drop some more for you. Now, you guys might get a double upload today. I'm unsure if we're gonna do a double upload today as well, but if we do, well then heck, it's gonna be great. But it depends on my job and everything like that, so surely don't hold any high hopes for that, but we're gonna try and get one out anyways. But going over the Golden Dawn here, we actually have 19 hours ago that they actually ended up releasing this little teaser here for the two characters, which is Yuno and Langris here. And it's fairly interesting because, as we already know with the banner schedule, I think I talked about it in a past video or so, or maybe I haven't. I was just talking in Discord to some people with it. But with the banner schedule, we do know a few banners are going to be coming back to back. Yuno and Langris is pretty much the first one leading into at least season 4, and then Black Asta. And so it's fairly interesting to see these guys coming pretty quick here, and then of course seeing these two. Now, these two are kind of interesting. This is probably around where I think right before season 4 is where I kind of stopped playing JP and then jump back into season 6. So this is kind of starting to get into uncharted territory for me. So when it does come down to these characters, I'm not ashamed to admit it, but let's see exactly what the heck these guys do. All right, so if we go ahead and take a look into the game here, we actually do know that they're already inside the game. I was checking them out a little bit ago, but checking to the mages here, we can see that Yuno is a red debuffer and Langris is a green attacker. So if we go ahead and take a look at Yuno here, this debuffer is fairly interesting because you guys already know. Okay, y'all can hate me all you want with that, but Yuno is still my favorite character. So either way, I might still pull on here, I don't know. But looking at this character, he has some very interesting things here. With skill 1 here, he's able to actually inflict silence or total silence, which is a 50% chance, as well to grant himself 20% mobility. So it's kind of interesting to actually see that. You can tell that if you get a level 3 or level 5, you can up that chance of increased mobility, but the silence is really the interesting thing for me, at least I would say so. As we do know, silence does make it so you cannot use your skill 2, which is fairly interesting. As for total silence, I'm probably getting that mixed up with something else here, but maybe that's not the ult. You can't use the ult most likely and skill 2, but I do know with regular silence we can use, or at least we can't use the skill 2, which is kind of actually annoying to deal with. So him having that skill 1 is kind of interesting as well. With skill 2 here, he has another silence move here, which is immediately making it so you can't use the skill 2. This can be upped from a 30% chance all the way to a 50% chance, which is kind of interesting here. But the only issue what I have with this character already is it has a lot of silence, but it doesn't look like you're going to be really using it for anything else other than that. Now with his ultimate, of course, he has total silence. Yes, okay, so my assumption was right, which is special skill and skill 2 here you can no longer use, but he also has a taunt and reduced mobility. Now, the taunt part kind of makes me iffy with this character because this is a debuffer. I'm used to seeing defenders with taunts, but this is a debuffer with a taunt skill. So obviously the way how I think you would want to build this guy is halfway magic attack, halfway defense, because if we're taking into account that this man's going to be taunting as well with his ultimate, even though it's only on a enemy for 1 turn, that can be kind of dangerous to deal with, seeing that enemy could possibly be pretty like decent to kill off. I think the best one to actually taunt at least would probably be like a Mimosa if you did use this character, mainly just because of course you didn't have the attribute advantage. Your ultimate can deal some nice damage, and then you're also total silencing, making sure she can't revive or use her skill 2. This also reduces the mobility as well, which is kind of interesting, and it can be upped at least 8% each time at level 3 and level 5. So again, I'm kind of interested in that, and it's pretty interesting to see what he has. Now skill 2, or at least sorry, his combined attack gives at least total silence, which is kind of interesting here. And then with his unique passive, he needs to have a full power team. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think anyone's gonna be running. First of all, I highly doubt anyone's really gonna be summoning on Yuno. But second of all, when it comes down to this unique passive, no one's gonna be running a full power team because we know how suppressive and just oppressive in general the blue team that's currently out inside of the meta is. So running something like this is definitely not going to be a wise choice, because you are going to get probably rocked for the most part. But looking at his actual LR passive here from enhancing him to, upon attacking an enemy afflicted with silence or total silence, he also builds himself SP buffs. Now, that's pretty interesting here. We can of course look at his skills if you guys really wanted to. And actually, you know what, yeah, let's just do a quick what's it called, showcase of at least the skills, seeing this is still a new character to me, in which we have single target. Looking pretty nice, looking pretty nice. Then we have at least the skill 2, giving us at least a AoE little attack here. But as you can tell, only one person got at least silence here, so that is a very low chance of getting that silence up. And then of course we have the ultimate. Now, you won't see the whole thing because I think my my thing's still on cutscenes, kind of shortened. So still interesting little ultimate here. I think you actually get to play him in the story as well, so pretty interesting to say the least with the character. I am kind of excited about him, just to see if I can do a YOLO multi and get him. If I can't, it is what it is, but I do really want to get this character. All right, now going into the next character, which is Langris here, in which from what I've heard, and I remember when I did a video on the leaks for this character, he's a very stingy character. He's mainly like your ult rusher, that's all he really does. Ult rusher, big damage. Now with this character, of course, if we go ahead and take a look at his skill 1 here, he's able to grant himself some SP here, which is, as you can tell, just straight up ult rushing. With his skill 2 here, he's able to also increase his own SP, but he reduces HP he reduces HP recovery, which is actually kind of annoying, especially when it's on a designated ally. It's not on the enemy, it is on a ally. So pretty much how he ends up doing, he takes away 2 of an ally's SP and gives it to himself, as well as gives himself a speed buff. So you can understand why this character is very greedy and very much so living up to his name in the anime, seeing how he uses others in order to get himself that prize here. So this man absolutely just takes away other people's SP, gives it to himself to pretty much get his ultimates back. Easy, quick ult rushing as usual. Now alongside this, of course, he's able to actually get rid of HP immunity, make sure the enemy can't use this, also granting all of his allies some increased favorite damage, but he also ends up inflicting reduced HP recovery on the enemy while giving himself a debuff immunity. Now it's pretty good to actually have that for his ultimate. Just immediately after you use this ultimate, he's definitely going to be one of the characters that no matter what, you need to immediately start rushing his ultimate. So your skill 2 is going to be absolutely necessary. And then most likely for a talent, if you were to use this character, it would probably be the refresh talent to try and get that skill 2 immediately back up and then immediately start spamming an ultimate again. This character is very much so greedy. Even with his at least combine attack, he's pretty interesting. I mean, like, he can remove a barrier, so I mean that's okay for other units, or at least barrier meta in general. But this is a green unit. I mean, he'll do good in somewhat of the blue meta currently, but I'll be honest, with the characters that we do have coming up, I don't know if it's going to be too worth pulling on him. Now with at least his passive here, he has his LR passive being, which at HP, if it's 30% or lower, he's able to get at least immortality, pretty much how you have Licked, or if you have freaking Fuegoleon S3, those two pretty much have the same thing. Now when it also comes down to his enhanced passive here, at the start of turn, he's able to grant himself a SP +2 buff. That's kind of interesting because it's actually helping him out even more with ult rushing. So anyone with that S2, or at least the LR +2, is going to be kind of annoying to deal with. Now I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never seen this character's animations, and that's even with me playing a little bit of JP, because as I did say, this is when I kind of quit. I've never seen this character's animations, so let's go ahead and look at his skill 1. There's a little orb, okay, nothing too fancy. Skill 2 is the buff. Okay, nothing fancy really. Like, I was expecting something a little bit fancier. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's see what we got here. And then the ultimate, maybe. Okay, there we go. That probably looks sick with the full ultimate. That actually probably looks sick, I'm not gonna lie. But all right, so the characters are fairly interesting, I would say the least, that are coming out, and I am very interested to see how they do, who's going to be summoning for them per se. Now these 2 units of course are coming on the 25th. You guys let me know what you think about these characters down below in the comment section. Either way, I feel like for most people, if not even all people, free to plays and everything like that should most likely be skipping these guys. I'm probably just gonna go on a simp spree and try my hardest to at least get at least one of him and 3 multis or something, please. But that's just personally because I am me though. Now, before we end out the video here, we did actually get our man Yuno for S2 technically, the swimsuit Yuno here, in which I will be getting him up if I can find him first of all. Oh, here he is. I'll be getting him up for a video so I can showcase you guys some things inside of PvP/PvE with this character. So look forward to that as well. You guys already know I had to do it. It's just something that had to be done. But with this man, it's going to be kind of interesting because he does have some interesting things to offer on the table. But till next time, everybody, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button with your forehead. Consider subscribing if you are new. I do daily Black Clover mobile videos, and we're going to continue pressing on to it. But till then, everybody, peace.